Hey guys, we're coming to you from the Robinson household. I'm David Robinson, co-host Michael Robinson. You're probably going to have the most buttoned-up, efficient episode ever recorded on Clubhouse Weekly. We're actually getting buttoned up, ready to head in, have a great shift at the Clubhouse. Come see us tonight, and we'll get right into last week's recap, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start off with the high points of the week. Mike, what do you say? Go down to the Breeze knees.
Yeah, let's get that one over.
Yeah, Jamie doubles up Tim. The Lone Rangers will only go off for 90. And Mike, I'm looking through Jamie's scores. She's just 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, 16 points, 11 points, 14, 15. That's
big performances for her team. And
up and down.
Tim just runs bad, too.
It's true.
It's Tim, you get a bonus life point if you're playing Tim right now.
Tim falls to 0-8. This is unprecedented in my experience in fantasy football. And we're really getting close to maybe we got an Ofer guy out there. His team looks bad and it's getting worse. I've been looking into players that you draft and what it does to your overall fantasy. If you drafted Rob Gronkowski, like those teams that drafted Gronkowski across the board in all leagues are doing poorly because you had to waste like a second-round pick and you're getting no big performances out of him. I think he only gets like 2 balls and makes a nice catch on Monday Night Football. But, the Gronkowski owners are definitely being hurt. Look at Jamie's team. She gets a huge performance from Larry Fitzgerald finally. That's somebody she took early.
Yeah.
If you can see him starting to get some points, that'd be huge for her. She starts the perfect lineup too for herself. I did like that she, you know what? I was wrong. She benches Drew Brees, and it was the right call. It wouldn't have mattered because you're playing Tim.
Everybody scores a lot of points. I don't know.
Yeah, no, everybody scores a lot of points. Her roster's in shape. Definitely a playoff roster, and somebody that I wouldn't look forward to playing in the playoffs.
No.
We'll go up to, we've got 2 new team names here. I think the Ganoush has decided that his season's over and his new team name, with a logo at least.
Yeah, but no, he had a logo before.
Oh, did he? Okay. Well, he's got a new one.
He's a multiple league player. He really is just running bad. He knows his stuff. He plays a lot of leagues.
Yeah,
this one went poorly.
Yeah, and that's why his new team name is Epic Fail.
Yeah.
He does run poorly. When you play Baltimore's defense and they put up a -4 for you.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
That's no good. We're still looking at Jordan Reed.
7 points.
Jordan Reed underperforming all year. David Johnson underperforming all year.
Cooks though, still.
Yeah, not much. Cooks just didn't get in the end zone last week. Obviously I love that play. He's an LA Ram. We talk about it all the time. He actually gets a performance out of Diggs. Looking over to Steven's team, the formerly known Long Don Silver.
Looks like he's keeping up a sexual type theme here.
Some overtones to Amari's sodomizer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, Steve's a funny guy.
Yeah.
We've been pumping Steve's up the last few weeks on Weekly. I think he's been making some good moves.
He's 3-4. He wins this week against
up to 4-4.
4-4.
He's 4-4 now.
He could even it up with me if you were to win this week.
Right. And up and down, this is not like a terrible roster. I think he benches Deshaun Watson last week, which we were talking about. He had a Thursday night matchup. I talk about how I don't generally like playing Thursday night players. I don't know if I would have gone as far as to benching Deshaun Watson and playing Baker Mayfield. Doesn't cost him this week, but it could have cost him against a higher score.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah,
15 points out there.
Yeah, just sitting on the bench. I think that's something though he'll sure up now, especially with that trade. The Texans get Demaryius Thomas. They make a trade deadline, so that's a plus for Steven's team. And also now Steven has Amari Cooper playing for the Dallas Cowboys, not playing for the Raiders, who the Raiders are a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's not.
And so Amari Gruden. Cooper gets out of fucking purgatory there, and he's in Dallas, and so we might see some bigger performances out of him. Eric Ebron, I think that's somebody he's going to continue to rely on, even though Jack Doyle's back now. Fucking Ebron. He'll still keep. I think Ebron's going to see most of the red zone
looks.
Yeah, targets down there. Doyle's more of the dink and dunk tight end for them, so that's a plus for him there. He's got Edelman. I like this team now too. I think he's rounded into shape, and he's going to have to put some points up because I think that what's going to happen for Steven is that he's going to find himself, needing a tiebreaker maybe to get in the playoffs if he doesn't really run off a huge winning streak here, and he's a little bit low on points. So he's got to score big points week in and week out to keep his playoff hopes alive.
Yeah.
We'll go on to the next one. Let's do you next, Mike. I'm sure It was a disappointing performance for the Sweden House Buffet last week.
That was my worst of the year.
Only getting 90 for you. Not really getting to that number that we talk about, the 115, 120 number you need to make somebody beat you. So you kind of just hand over Derek a win here. We've talked about Derek's team before, and, this is another team shaping into form.
130 is a solid number.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. Oh, yeah, so you've got Golden Tate. You got a traded player going from the Lions over to the Eagles. What do you think about that?
I think it's, I don't know. I don't like it. It might take him some time to get adjusted. Maybe he gets a lot of looks over there.
You know what? It might take him some time to get adjusted, but there was a definite need for the Eagles there to have that slot receiver. You got Jeffrey on the outside getting the big passes, but Golden Tate more of a possession receiver. I see him, fitting in pretty quickly there, quicker than the average transition would take for.
He's a savvy vet,
right? So that could be a plus for you. It's neutral. I think he was going to perform in Detroit, and I think he'll perform as well in Philadelphia, just on a better team. So hey, good on him. Derek's team, what are we doing with this receiver thing again? Okay, so they had Julio on a bye last week, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does next week because he's got 4 great receivers. He's always having to bench one every week.
He's only got, Thielen next week. He was telling me.
Thielen's on a bye next week?
No, it's the only person he does have. Only big receiver. Only, potential 20-point scorer.
Okay. He's deep at receiver. Still playing TJ Yeldon. It pays off for him last week. It's going to be interesting to see how Carlos Hyde starts, if he starts to get more acclimated into that offense in Jacksonville, if he starts to take some of the love away from Yeldon. That could be somewhere where he needs to look to improve. But really, this past week going into waivers, there really wasn't a whole lot out there to grab.
No.
I
picked up the tight end from Oakland last second.
Jared Cook.
Yeah,
that's
it did pay off for me, but
yeah, I'm saying going into this week, even though there wasn't a ton out there. We're kind of settling into it's getting some slim pickings out there in Waiverland is what I'm getting at right now.
Yeah,
you agree?
For sure. It's all going to depend on if any big guys get injured.
Yeah, some opportunities to come up there. And the trade deadline just happening, some interesting thing happening with, how's Demaryius Thomas, how's Golden Tate going to perform, Amari Cooper, like I already mentioned. You don't really get much of it. You just don't get that boom performance out of Barkley. He puts up 15 for you, but that's somebody you really need to get into the end zone a couple times for you.
Yeah.
Juju.
Just a nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You look at the score; it's 33-18. You're going to think that one of your receivers have a big game, but
give me one. No love, up and down, and really not. You picked up Marlon Mack last week and I
on
didn't
waivers.
play him like an idiot.
Sammy Watkins goes off for you on your bench, so you'll have some decisions to make. But like you were saying about the Golden Tate thing, maybe an opportunity for Galladay now to get more love in Detroit.
Definitely.
So you're going to have some coaching decisions definitely to make going into next week.
I have no option to play Galladay next week.
Okay,
we'll look into that next.
We'll move on to ridiculousness. Needing a win and gets it over 4th and 20. Jack's team goes down.
Tightens up the league a lot right there.
Definitely does. And, some of the things that we've been pointing at, some of the leaks in his team are starting to show their ugly face. We're having to start... Will Fuller's out for the season. He puts up 20 points on his bench, but he's gone. He's gone. No more Will Fuller. So some of the depth issues we've been talking about are starting to come to fruition. When we're having to start Geronimo Allison, this guy's he wouldn't be playing if that squad was halfway healthy at receiver. Josh Gordon could be the real deal, could not, but I still think he's kind of a boomer bust player. We're playing Funchess every week. Some of the depth issues with buys and injuries are starting to creep into Jack's lineup, and it shows this week. Anthony goes off for a big number, 134 points. And finally for him, Christian McCaffrey gets in the end zone twice.
Yeah.
John Connor. Man, I don't even think Anthony wants Le'Veon Bell to come back now.
Yeah.
No.
John Connor.
Just keep partying, baby. Don't worry about it. Gets a good plug-in play from Deshaun Jackson with a touchdown late in that game. What do we got going on at the tight end spot? This is always my interesting one because nobody has tight ends. Yeah, so
tight end stuff position.
Yeah,
really have a great one.
Yeah, I think he's got to play Evan Engram. He plays the Uzma kid from Cincinnati, who was a pickup a couple weeks ago on waivers. We talk about tight end being so shallow, but Engram's gonna play. You saw the 3rd most targets for the Giants last week. He gets a garbage touchdown at the end, and that it doesn't make the difference in this game because obviously, he ends up going off for 135. Jack doesn't even get to that 100 point. But I think going forward, he's going to probably look to play Ingram on a week-in and week-out basis if he can't improve that position via trade.
Yeah.
We'll go on to the last matchup. This was the matchup of the week. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. My Shock and Awe squad goes up against the Alex Giddings Lick My Tate squad. And I run into a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
And there's not much else. I mean, I was really into this, and, I was kind of, creeping ahead of them, going into the 4 o'clock games, and then the LA Rams took the field, and my day was over.
That Todd Gurley guy, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's decent. Gurley goes up for 30. I think I was saying last week, he was projected for 25, and I don't know how, you can project, but maybe you have to project him at 25 because he just gets that many points every week. Tyler Boyd, kind of a boomer bust player for Alex. He booms this week for him. Chris Carson, great pickup. Or I don't know if he had him rostered the whole season, but he's starting to emerge in Seattle as the number 1 running back, really not sharing too many carries with Mike Davis. So I like that play for him. Again, we say it every week, but he has one of the 2 tight ends that are reliable on a week-in and week-out basis with Zach Ertz. Ertz gets in the end zone, doesn't go off for a huge number, but I mean, when some of us are playing tight ends, they're only getting 4 or 5 points on a weekly basis, and you get an 11, I mean, that's a big win. You're plus 6 on the field just like that, just out of 1 touchdown.
Yep.
My team, I mean, there's not many decisions I could have made. I could have played Adrian Peterson. It would have made me up, 15 points, but I still would have fallen short. I guess I could have played Greg Olsen, but yeah, I guess I could put this on myself. I had a couple coaching decisions that could have made the difference. Greg Olsen, I just always worried about playing him because he's got a broken foot still.
Yeah.
He's legitimately still playing on a broken foot.
It's got the thing screwed together.
Yeah, they put some bolts back in there. I mean, redid the surgery that he had in the offseason. So I had a couple coaching decisions there that would have made it interesting.
I got to tell you, the league doesn't mind a loss for the
if I would have
Shock and Awe team.
Yeah, if I would have gotten a win there, it really would have put me in the driver's seat. I think it would put me 2 games clear of the whole league, which would have been nice because I'm going to lose tiebreakers at the top there with you guys that put up the huge points here and there.
Yeah.
I really have never had that 150 point week. I just seem to have a bunch of 115, 120 point weeks.
Yeah.
So Alex gets the win. Good on you, Alex. Let's take a look at week number 9. Man.
All right.
Week 9. All matchups. Let's see here. We can get one out of the way.
Save the 4th and 20 and Lick My Tate. We'll go with that as the game of the week.
Okay. Well, let's do. Let's go a little bit out of order here. Let's start with Tim's team because this is gonna be an easy call for us. Tim versus ridiculousness. Obviously, Anthony gets to play the weakest team in the league. It's got to be a huge bump for him. Because he's in that log jam at 4-4 with a lot of players. You got a couple 5 and 3, so there's some gettable playoff seeding, and I mean, you cannot afford a loss to Tim's team, Anthony.
But if I'm Tim, I'm remaining positive, man. You got to believe.
I don't know what he's got much. He doesn't have much to believe in.
He doesn't, but anybody can score touchdowns. It's the NFL.
It's true. I mean, maybe Matt Prater can score a touchdown for you. so reliant on your kickers. Maybe they'll run like a fake field goal or something. And
fake field goal! Prater with the ball!
Yeah.
Oh my! Right. Touchdown!
And Tebow will finally be like, I was right. This is why you have 2 kickers. You got to play the matchups and understand, fake field goal percentages and whatnot. I don't know. He's probably got a whole different analytics that none of us know about. So he gets Zeke Elliott back. He could go off for a huge number. Maybe that's how he gets the win here. Over to Anthony's team. We must be dealing with something here at wide receiver. I hope so because we're starting Danny Amendola. Here's something we can change. I think I would start Ridley over Amendola for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely a lot of bye week action. So, I mean, Tim is getting him at a gettable time.
Yeah.
I think it's the only thing I would do differently. I'd start Ridley over Amendola. I don't know what they're practically the same as projections go. You got McCaffrey playing at home against Tampa Bay. That could be a big number for him. Tampa likes to give up a lot of yards. Cam Newton could shred him up, put him up for a huge number. You got KC going up against Cleveland, who has a new coach now. So that's a dumpster fire now, apparently. We're just giving up on the Browns, which is fine by me. So Tyreek Hill could go up for a big number for Anthony as well. So there's a lot of big possibilities there. So obviously
big possibilities, but like you said, there's not much. He's got to play. Who's got to play?
Right. So I obviously I'm going to go Anthony here with a big win.
Anthony.
Big win, easy win. We'll go to Epic Fail, going up against one of the hottest teams in the league, the Breeze Knees.
Trending team.
Yeah, definitely a trending team, and she's got a solid starting lineup. Looks like she's relying on Kenyon Drake, like I think she should on a week in and week out basis. James White is putting up huge numbers. He's got to be one of the top 5 running backs in the league. Let's see here. Not many decisions she has to make.
Only thing is, do I play Breeze versus the Rams or Cousins versus Detroit?
Well, I'm going to double down on what I said last week. I would play Breeze every week.
Yeah.
I think that Rams game could be quite a shootout. 2 of the highest scoring teams in the league, and you like that. And you have Cousins playing against Detroit at home. I mean, there's always the possibility that the quarterback puts up huge numbers, but I think the Vikings will try and run the ball a lot, establish field position, things like that. So I would definitely go with Drew Brees. We're not going to waste much time on Epic Fail because it's an epic fail.
It's an epic fail. I play Roethlisberger if I can, if he's not hurt. All right. That's it.
Yeah, you could play Roethlisberger.
I definitely go. I'm picking Jamie's team, the Breeze Knees.
Oh, Breeze Knees for sure. Not much to say about his team. I don't know. I mean,
good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck. I actually hope he wins, but I'm not going to go as far as to say that he will. Let's see here. So we did the 2 dogs. Let's go to you next then, Mike.
All right. Every other one is like within a point.
Well, we have got this is projected like on the number for both you guys. We got a 1.5 point spread on this game.
I'm interested to hear what you got to say.
We'll start off with Steve's team. We've got that Watson-Hopkins thing going on. He's got a lot of Texans. They're playing in Denver. That could be a tough matchup for them, so it's a plus for you. Let's see. Latavius Murray against Detroit's weak run defense. I don't know how much Dalvin Cook, is he going to be back at 100%? That's something that Steve is going to have to keep an eye on. Not playing Amari Cooper. I'm fine with that. His first week in Dallas. Benching LaShawn McCoy.
I would just try to find a better tight end if I were them.
Yeah, well, you could say that to the entire league.
I know, but
it's just not.
Go get some if you can get a point.
Yeah, you got to get dirty. I'm telling you guys got to get dirty here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even we'll take a look at you. This is a week. If there's a kicker out there that has an extra point, go grab him.
Yeah, I was looking. I got the defense. I went out and got Kansas City. Oh no.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Because they're playing Cleveland.
It's a good pickup. I like that. I definitely like that.
That was actually he was a point ahead. And then now I'm projected 1 point more because of the Kansas City fine.
Right. So, looks like your decisions here are Mark Ingram or...
I mean, if I get Sony Michel...
It's Ingram or Michel again, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're questionable. They're saying Melvin Gordon is coming back. I need him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be back.
It was hamstring. He had a bye week last week.
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, he should.
He's still labeled as questionable, but I think that'll change on Friday.
That's just more of a maintenance issue. I agree. Looks like you're just.
I went with Watkins. Watkins playing Cleveland.
Yeah, I like that. Had a big week last week. Sammy Watkins finally explodes.
26 points on my bench.
Yeah. I would say it's Michelle or Ingram.
I'm going with Galladay. Galladay, obviously.
Yeah, I like that too. I think that actually, I think benching Michelle's fine and playing Ingram is fine just because of the timing of those matchups with Michelle not playing until 8:20 on Sunday. If you started him, you'd be stuck with him, and if he doesn't play, you're just totally screwed, and you just put up a 0. So if you put him over a blanket, those guys are about projected the same. I think you got to go with Ingram there in that matchup.
Yeah, but they really are spreading the touches over there.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are, but I mean, Ingram
is a bigger back,
and
he should get the.
He's going to be the guy in the goal line,
Yeah, but Kamara did get the two looks last week. I know what we're saying is right. What happened last week was Kamara got the look.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive there, but I think that's. I think you're good. I think that's what you got to roll with. Tom Brady, Sunday Night Football at home. He could put up a big number. I mean, he really hasn't been putting up big numbers for you. So
but he's been a solid 22-point guy.
Yeah, I think Brady could go up for a number.
I mean,
let's see here. I'm going to go Sweden House here. I like the matchups more. I like Melvin Gordon coming back and being big.
That was the only thing I think I had was that I am playing weaker teams, like as an overall point getter.
Yeah. No, I see that. I mean, this could be a very close game, and it definitely could go either way. But I'll go with Sweden House for the win. What about you?
Yeah, me. I'm going to go with you.
You're going to go with yourself? Yeah. All right, and then...
it does all come down to Melvin Gordon. Anyways.
Let's see. So then where are we? Let's go me next. I got Derek. I think Derek's got to be. Yeah, Derek's got everybody on a bye this week.
Yeah, he's got big time bye trouble. I mentioned that.
Yeah, big time bye trouble, which is good for me because Derek's team is definitely trending in the right direction. I catch him on a good week,
kicked my ass,
which I'm happy about. Apparently, like I'm playing like the old, I'm starting the old man squad because half my squad is questionable.
Yeah,
Doug Baldwin's questionable, Greg Olson questionable.
Yeah, you need somebody to play at least. You got some. I know that you.
They're all old men. That's why they're all questionable.
I know.
It's Thursday. They're like old men day off.
Oh, day off. I know, but still, I hate to look at all them cues if I were you.
Old men, grab a clipboard.
Even on your bench.
Yeah, grab a clipboard and watch.
I might play Cup though. What's going on?
Well, he's been out for a couple weeks.
Okay.
So he's actually really he's questionable. Like,
oh, for real?
No, for real questionable.
Oh, that's right. I remember him getting smashed.
Yeah, he had his knee broken in half, and somehow still was walking. It was amazing. White guys, crazy.
Yeah,
he's just a great guy. Get back out there. He actually played the second half of that game. It was stupid. Like, it looked like he was just like he needed a wheelchair to run. It was terrible. It was terrible. I kind of deal with a little bit of that trade thing with Golden Tate going away. Does Kerryon Johnson get more love? You know,
he can catch too, right?
Yeah, and he really, even towards the tail end of that blowout loss to Seattle, it seemed like he was kind of getting more of those. Those over the middle looks that Golden Tate always gets. So I like that.
Looking like a confident young man out there.
Yeah. It's interesting. We're both playing Denver's backfield. I have the number 1 running back. He has the number 2 running back. That could be something that shifts the tide if something happens to Lindsey or Booker comes out of the gate and looks like he's going to. Because they kind of just give the ball to the hot hand in Denver, and Lindsey's been the hot hand for the last few weeks, but it definitely could shift the other way. So I don't mind that as a pickup and play for him because he was kind of in bye week hell. That's something that could boom for him. Yeah, tough. And I didn't have the benefit of trying to pick up. There's no defenses out there.
Is there maybe a running back for him? If I'm looking for him, he's not looking good at running back.
No. He's definitely. I mean, if you're starting LeGarrette at running back
for a couple of good teams, we got some low projections. This is gonna be a gritty one.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like dirty ones.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. I mean, speaking for the league, I guess we would like to see auto draft win, and then there would be like a 5-way dogfight.
Yeah, I don't like
but
that.
I know for you that you want to win. So
I think we just keep it clean and just keep me at the top, and then you guys can all worry about your fight and not have to worry about beating up on me.
Especially if you actually look at the matchups coming up, we all play each other. I mean, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to go with myself for the win here. Just not due to Derek's bye week hell he's in.
Yeah.
I think that's how you got to go. Obviously, if he gets great performances out of his huge gun, Adam Thielen, who I don't know, and
Thielen has been a monster.
Thielen, Jones, Woods. That's right. He had Odell in a bye this week, so he didn't really have to deal with a decision there. But I'll go with myself. We'll go to the matchup of the week.
Definitely the matchup of the week.
We got Alex versus Jack in the Thunderdome. The litmus test for me when it comes to 4th and 20 is always Kansas City's matchup, and he has a great matchup. You've got the Chiefs going to Cleveland to play against the Browns, who don't know what the hell.
And he's all about the Chiefs.
Mahomes is going to.
Mahomes, Hunt. Come on. And he's got Kamara. He's tough.
No, he's tough. He's tough. He's
only weak in the flex.
He's got to start, Doug Baldwin this week. Is that what he really has to do? Kind of. Yeah, looks like that's
what you're talking
about. Doug Martin, running back, Oakland Raiders, plays tonight. He's just a savvy vet that's been in the league for 10 years, who's just getting a little bit of love now because of Marshawn being out. But, they're playing that Jalen Richard kid a lot, too. So I don't know if I like that play. Doesn't look like he had much better to go to. Product of his bench trouble. And then we're going to look at the Rams for Alex because he likes his Rams, which I do, too. Todd Gurley and Jared Goff playing up in New Orleans. It'd be a high-scoring game, too. He's got to pick up. This is just... Ertz is on a bye this week, which is actually... That's tough for him because he's got to go out and pick up Ed Dixon. Tight end for the Seahawks, who actually played his first game of the season last week against the Lions and did get himself in the end zone. So, that's an intelligent pickup. I know he's only slated for 5 points, but I think that's all that's out there in tight end world.
If you get a guy with 8, like I got, that's lucky.
Oh yeah, no, it's huge.
And then he got me 22. No, he got me. That guy got me 14.
And here we go. This
Cooper.
is. I know that he's had Chicago's defense all season, and he gets to play Chicago's defense against who? Buffalo and the Peterman. The Peterman's going to start this week because let's see here. We got Josh Allen, right? Yeah, Josh Allen got hurt 2 weeks ago. They brought the Peterman in, and he promptly threw a pick 6.
Oh, that's right.
And then
they got like grocery guys playing football over there.
Yeah, and then the next
week,
the next week,
going down to the high school seniors.
Yeah, so the next week, they don't start the Peterman. It's Nathan Peterman, but I like calling him the Peterman. They don't start the Peterman because pretty much like at the end of the game, you got asked questions like, "Hey, what happened here?" And he just pretty much like broke down and like almost started crying and said, "I hope that I'm not judged by how I play football. I'm only judged by the Lord," and stuff like that. It was kind of weird. So they go to Derek Anderson, who's been playing. I mean, Derek Anderson's one guy that's been around for, I don't know, forever. I mean, I know Derek Anderson was playing golf week 4, working on his handicap, and he got a phone call like, "Hey, bro, you want to come make $1 million and be our third quarterback for the rest of the season? Hold a clipboard. We promise we won't play you. You just be nice to the young kids, show them what to do."
Pretty sure this guy you can get open.
And he was like, "All right, cool, I'll do that." And they lose 2 quarterbacks, and they're like, "Hey, Derek, we gotta have you play, and we're gonna have you play against the Patriots on Monday Night Football." Oof.
It's tough.
That's tough. And he promptly, I mean, he kind of grinded that game out and, did veteran-like stuff until the end, and he throws a nice pick 6 to the New England defense. It might have been very consequential for me in a different league.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was fun, though. That was fun. Yeah. I was screaming at the TV.
All right.
Go, buddy, go.
Yeah.
Go, buddy, go! Go, buddy, go. That was great. Oh, that's hilarious, though, that Derek Anderson, remember how he was acting like he's going to run and try and...
Oh, yeah,
and then he just, nope, I'm out of the way, baby.
He just doesn't even try to tackle.
No, man, he ran the other, he ran this way. Yep, I'm out. Yeah, no, this is all right. This is a business decision here. That might hurt. It might hurt my golf game if I try to make this tackle here. And I think, frankly, it was the right decision. He had no business trying to tackle that guy. Anyways, got a little off track there, but that was fun. Throw a blanket over this one, flip a coin, Mike. What do you think?
I still think Lick My Tate takes the win.
I'm going to go with Jack's team because of the great matchup that the Chiefs have.
Right.
I like that. I think, obviously these are 2 big scoring teams, and I think we're going to see big scores out of both of them. I think this is
you might like 140 to 145.
You got to get in the 130s, I think, to try and give yourself a legit chance to win this game. And that will wrap it up for Fantasy Weekly. Thank you to Clubhouse PFD, Diet Coke, Titleist, Griffin Claw Brewing Company.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
We're out. It's got to go to work.